Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is the first video of Docker interview questions. In this video, we will cover 4 basic interview questions of Docker. In upcoming videos, we will see the advanced interview questions. Okay, and the main purpose of this video and this channel is to provide you easy answers of DevOps interview questions. So you easily explain in your interview. Okay, from the perspective of interview I have prepared these answers. Okay, so let's start the video. In this video we will cover 4 interview questions, that is what is Docker, explain different components of Docker, how it works, after that why we use Docker and benefits of Docker, and last question is disadvantages of Docker. Okay, so the first question is that what is Docker. So we have to explain like this, and I have included all the answers with very simple points. Okay, so Docker is a platform for developing, shipping and running applications. It utilizes containerization technology to package an application and its dependencies into standardized unit code as container. Okay, and what is container? Containers are lightweight, portable and self-sufficient, allowing applications to run reliably across different computing environments. Okay, Docker provides tools and run environments to runtime environments to create, deploy and manage containers efficiently. After that, there may be chances because you used this word, that is containerization technology. So there may be chances interviewer may ask you what is containerization. So the containerization is a form of lightweight virtualizations that allows developers to package an application and its dependencies into a standardized unit called as container. These containers isolated from other and from the underlying infrastructure, making them portable and consistent across the different environments. Okay, so this is how you can explain that what is Docker in short way and simple way. Okay, after that explain the different components of Docker, how it works. Okay, in this image you can easily see the components of Docker, that is Docker host, registries, client, Docker images, containers, Docker daemon. Okay, let's start the first point, that is Docker engine or Docker host. Okay, both are same. Okay, at its core is the Docker engine, which is responsible for creating and running containers on the host system. It provides an environment where containers can execute securely and efficiently. Okay, so what it does, it provides an environment where containers can execute securely and efficiently. Okay, so the purpose of Docker was, the working of Docker is to provide an environment where containers can execute securely and efficiently. You can see inside the Docker host there is a Docker containers. Okay, using these Docker images, Docker containers were created. Okay, after that, and these are the commands, that is docker build, docker pull or docker run. By using this command, Docker we will work. Okay, so the next component is the Docker file. So to create a Docker container, developers writes a special text file called as a Docker file. This file contains instruction for building the container, including the base image, dependencies, configurations and commands needed to run the application. Okay, this is a simple point of the how to explain Docker file. Okay, after that Docker images. Once the Docker file is written, we know that it is used to build a Docker image, and image is a lightweight standalone executable package that includes everything needed to run the application, such as code, libraries and dependencies. After that, Docker container. When an image is instantiated, it becomes a Docker container. Okay, So this is very basic. Okay, containers are instances of Docker images that can be started, stopped, and moved and deleted. Okay, each container runs in isolation with its own file system, network, and process space. After that, Docker registry. A Docker registry is a repository for storing and distributing Docker images. It serves as a central location where the Docker images can be uploaded, stored, and downloaded by users. Docker registries can be public or private depending on whether they are accessible to everyone or restricted to specific users or organizations. Okay, so in this way you have to explain the different components of Docker, and it is very simple way I prepared this answer. Okay, in short and simple way. Okay, so why we use Docker? There may be chances why we use Docker. In this type of question we have to explain the advantages of Docker. Okay, because of these advantages Docker, we use the Docker. Okay, so the first advantage is portability, scalability, efficiency, consistency, and DevOps integration. Okay, so the portability is the most important uh, advantage of Docker. We know that. Okay, so Docker containers can run consistently across the different environment from a developer's laptop to production server without worrying about the differences in the infrastructure or configuration. Okay, so this is a portability. Okay, so you have to explain like this. After that, scalability. Docker makes it easy to scale application by spinning off additional containers as needed. Okay, enabling efficient resource utilization and handling increased workloads. Okay, so this is a scalability. After that, efficiency. Containers are lightweight and share the host system kernel, which means they start quickly and consume fewer resources compared to traditional virtual machines. After that, 4th point is consistency. With Docker, developer can package their applications and dependency into a single container, ensuring consistent behavior and reducing the it works on my machine problem. So it is the most uh, basic problem which is faced, that is it's work on my machine. So Docker, this is the advantages of Docker. Okay, that is consistency, reducing this problem. Okay, after that, DevOps integration. Docker facilitates the adoption of DevOps practices by providing the tools for continuous integration, deployment, and delivery, streamlining the development lifecycle, and improving collaboration between the development and operation teams. Okay, so this is also advantage, and in short you can explain like way at the end of your answer. Docker revolutionized the way applications are built, deployed, and managed by leveraging containerization technology to improve portability, scalability, efficiency, and consistency across the software development lifecycle. So, in this way, you can explain. These are 5 advantages I have included. After that, fourth question is disadvantages of Docker. While Docker offers numerous advantages for containerization and application deployments, it's important to consider some potential disadvantages as well. Okay, so the first disadvantage is complexity. Okay, Docker introduces additional complexity to your development and deployment processes, especially if your team is new to containerization. Okay, understanding concepts like images, containers, volumes, and networking can be networking can be requires a so understanding concept like images, containers, volume and networking can be requires a learning curve. Okay, so the next point is resource overhead. Running Docker containers requires additional system resources compared to running applications directly on host operating system. This overhead can impact the performance and resource utilization of your infrastructure. Security. Security concern. This is the most important point. Okay, please definitely you have to remember this one. Although Docker provides isolation between containers, vulnerability in the Docker engine or container images can still pose security risk. Misconfigured containers, unpatched images, and insecure Docker configuration can lead to potential security breaches. Okay. After that, fourth point, compatibility issues. Docker containers may encounter compatibility issues when running on different host environment or when interacting with other software components. Differences in operating system kernel versions or dependencies can affect container behavior and performance. Fifth point, networking complexities. Okay, managing the networking and communication between Docker containers and external services can be challenging, especially in distributed or microservices architecture. Configuring network overlays, service discovery, and load balancing requires careful planning and implementation. So sixth point is image management, and or seventh point is orchestration complexity. So these two points are also very important. Docker images can quickly accumulate and consume disk space. Okay, this is the most time the developer face the issue, that is image size are very big and we have to reduce it. Okay, if not properly managed, large images with unnecessary dependencies or outdated packages can lead to increased storage cost and longer deployments time. So leads to increase the storage cost and longer deployments time. Okay, highlight these words. After that, seventh point, orchestration complexity. While Docker provides tools like Docker Compose for local developments and Docker Swarm for orchestrating containers, clusters, more complex environments may require additional orchestration tools like Kubernetes. Managing containerization application at scale can be complex and may require dedicated expertise. Okay, so in this way you have to explain in your interview, and these are very simple points and easy way I prepared these answers. Okay, so thank you. In next video we will discuss the advanced interview questions, and if there may be a requirement of practicals to understand the advanced question, then also we do the practicals, so you will easily understand and explain in your interview. So thank you, subscribe my channel. Okay, we will meet in another video with another questions. Okay, thank you.